first, the poet notices how pretty things are, and then he notices that they are transient. And this gives him a little bit of mourning. He begins to imagine the pain of losing these things one day. And it is here where transience begins to take away from the beauty. It takes away not because it brings on mourning, but because we seek to avoid the pain of mourning. And how do we do that? How do we avoid the pain of mourning? Well, simple. We turn away from the beauty that there is to mourn. We imagine that it is not there, that it was never there. Because we have nothing gained, because there is no beauty, we have nothing to lose, there is nothing lost, and thus there is nothing to mourn. And so because transience inspires mourning, and in an attempt to avoid mourning, we avert our eyes from the beauty of the world, we attribute this loss in an experience of beauty, we attribute our loss of beauty to the transience. Now, this is all fine and good, but it seems to me, to give a little personal commentary, like an incomplete explanation. The fact is, Freud's focus remains entirely on the beautiful objects themselves. He never asks why we became so preoccupied with their transience in the first place. Why is it that when I'm walking through a field or I see a beautiful flower, I begin thinking about how it's going to die? And why is it that that thought is able to give me a foretaste of mourning? Why am I not simply able to push it away? It seems to me that an obvious answer worth considering, at least worth considering as a possible interpretation, is that the concern that the poet has, that the friend has, is not about the transience of beautiful things themselves. That is just a screen. That's how it comes to the surface. That's how it's expressed. Rather, we might understand their problem as one of coming to terms with the transience of their own lives, and whether they're able to deal with the fact that one day they are going to die.